What? How y'all doing? Alright. Stay. Right, well done! God, blimey, it really is dark. Hang on. There's sun out there. One moment. Dirty. Dirty. Oh. Oh, no. Don't panic. It's just a cursor. How do I use this again? That one? I did it! First try! Do the thing. Do the thing. No, that's Chaos Child. I already own that. What are we on about? Store, please. Oh, yeah. So, Gaben, does this mean we're still friends? The lack of light in this room can get in the bin for a start. Seriously. No wonder I'm such a gargoyle. Ugh. Is that any better? Is that any better? I don't like these things badly by choice. God damn. It's like fucking... It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to put the delusion reality choice of majiggers on the thing, but I've just realised I can't be bothered, and I don't know where I put my copy of Chaos Head. But actually, I think I do. But I found it. I found a copy, right? So given today is Chaos Head Day, let's do the thing. Stop eyeballing my porn, and I do know where a copy of Chaos Head is. I've got a copy of Noah upstairs on PlayStation 3. It's up in the loft with my Steins Gate stuff. What you're looking at is my Mega account, and yes, I understand there's some things on here that I'm not supposed to have. Like, oh hey look, there's a copy of Roundabout by Yes, and Old Man by Neil Young. It's because, you know, listen to that song. Well, listen to those songs. I'm not giving them to you, but listen to those songs. I own those songs. There's a copy of is it Harvest with Old Man on it by Neil Young. I think there's a copy in the kitchen for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it always finds its way to the kitchen. Anyway, there you go. So, Steins Gate 8-bit. And when did I upload this onto here? 2016. Cool. And I've got a Steins Gate background that I really quite like. Boop. I used to have this on my laptop all the time. The old Nixie tube divergence meter. When did I put that up there? That was 2015. 2015. That was back when I was still the happy. Now there's a reason why 2015 is kind of significant. And then if you look here, there you go. Applock and Chaos Head. Right. 2016. So those went up a bit later, but I think that might be one I pre-patched, and Applock is important. That's very important if you're running Windows 7. So 2015 and Windows 7. The reason 2015 and Windows 7 are important, well, one and the same really. I believe Windows 10 came out in 2015, and that was when Applock stopped working. So Chaos Head and Steins Gate 0 required you to set, it's been a long time, required you to set your system language to Japanese to get them to run. you could use AppLock to run a specific AppLocal to run a specific application under a specific language prefix or whatever. I'm not using the right words, don't slaughter me here. But you could use AppLock to run stuff like Chaos Head and Steins Gate Zero on Windows 7 and Windows 8. 2015, Windows 10 comes out, AppLocal doesn't work anymore, or I don't remember it working anymore. So I found it's patched, stored, and I have on a machine over here, if you remember my Steam machine, I think I still have a Windows 7 install just so I could go back and play Chaos Head and Steins Gate Zero, because there was nothing out there saying that I would be able to play Chaos Head ever in the future. I had the PlayStation 3 version of Noah in Japanese, but man, I can't read all that Japanese. I've got an egghead. This doesn't hold the English very well, let alone the Japanese. So I can't be sat there on the PlayStation 3 version going, duh. Plus, by the way, just as a note, if I remember correctly, this is going to be important later, maybe. The Steam version of Chaos Head Noah is going to be based on the PlayStation 3 version, which I believe is the semi-censored version, which is also the same thing that happened with Steins Gate. Steins Gate that came out on Steam is the same version as the PlayStation 3, so same intro and all that kind of stuff. And if you actually look at my Steam library, you'll see I've not really played Steins Gate on Steam, or like any of the games on Steam. And that's simply because I played other variants from like the version of Chaos Head that I have, and Steins Gate is available DRM free on Just USA. So I played that version, not the PlayStation 3 spin that got released on Steam. I'm sure it was the PlayStation 3 version that got released on Steam. It was like the PlayStation 3 and Vita version that got released on Steam. So I think, if memory serves, it was a different intro. But I don't remember that well. Though I do remember the intro to the PlayStation 3 version was pretty solid. That was neat. It was pretty neat. It was different from the one that I remember seeing on the Just version of the game. Or was it a resolution switch? I don't remember, but they did some stuff for the PlayStation 3 version. Anyway, that's not the point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take... So I think I swapped out the hard drive. This has got my Windows 7 drive in it, because I pulled the drive out of this so we could install Nabara Linux on my Linux machine, on my Steam machine. But my Steam machine... oh no, hang on. My Steam machine still had other stuff on it, so I just swapped the drives over. So let's swap these back and see if I've still got Zero and Steins Gate Zero translated and Chaos Head. Well, that's weird. The machine wouldn't boot. So I have bust out the drive toaster. I've run a bunch of tests on the machine and says it's alright. Recognise the drive and everything, recognise the memory and all that, but no booty boot, no bootable drive. So not entirely sure what I've done wrong there, but it's just one of them days, isn't it? Plug into the box and see what we get. Well, the drive is it's there. Boop. How much of my prawn can you see on here? Probably loads, so I don't need to worry about checking that. ROMs and emulation, because that's what the box was for a while, ROMs and emulation. I'm pretty sure it was Windows 7, it was a nightmare, because my graphics card, I put a 1050 Ti in there, and driver support for Windows 7 was kind of wanky. Here you go, visual novels, what we got? There you go, Chaos Head, Fate Stay Night, Steins Gate 8-bit, Steins Gate 0, and Steins Gate the DRM-free Just version. Is that over there? Yeah. I could actually probably get that to run in mine, you know. But no. There you go, there's the... I think that was the patch. I think. I don't remember. Brutal. So what the fuck would I boot? Oh, that was a bit of a bummer. Although I'm not too bothered. Windows is balked. The data is still there. So it's still salvageable. I just need to get a 2 terabyte drive to get all of the data off. It was a strictly ROMs and emulators install, and some classic game kind of install of Windows. It was, Windows was moving forwards, and some of the stuff that I was using or playing required extra fluff to get it to run, if it would run at all, on newer versions of Windows. So it was what it was kept for, and the 1050 Ti wasn't happy with Windows 7 anyway, and frankly, realistically, thinking about it, I set up that rig years ago. Windows 7! Windows 7! Windows 10 has been out for a fucking billion years right now. What, 7 years did I say? It's 7 years. So, I would imagine, I guarantee everything that I was running on it was out of date anyway. I mean, like, software-wise. I was running, like, PlayStation 2 games and stuff like that on that box. Had a big emulation suite on there. And, well, frankly, I don't really need an emulation suite because I've got a lot of the original hardware still. But it's a nightmare to set up, right? So, here's the trick, though. I'm like, well, now we've got stuff like Batocera. It's a Linux emulation dealio. Like, it's an operating system, a distro set up just for emulation. And I believe they've put, like, PlayStation and Wii U and Wii and GameCube. All that stuff is in Batocera, I think. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a pretty complete emulation package. So, these days, I mean, as long as I can get to the files, I could just go and whap them over. I mean, I've copied over the VNs folder I had. I've got another one somewhere with Tsukahime on it. I don't know where that's gone, but I've got it somewhere, right? So, what I've actually gone and done is I took the SSD out of my laptop, plugged it into that burner PC, and had a little dig around. Why I didn't just plug the laptop into the TV, I don't know, but I didn't like having the drive hanging out of the toaster kind of thing, so that's one thing I love about Linux, by the way. I was just like, yep, just take the drive out of the laptop and plug it into a machine with completely different hardware in it, and Linux was like, yeah mate, that's cool, I can do that, and it just ran, no problem, all set up how I had it before, run an open drive, beautiful, thank you. So I copied some stuff over, and I've put some stuff on another SSD. As I say, as soon as I get like about 2 terabytes of storage, I'll move it over. It's a 4 terabyte drive. I just had it in two 2 terabyte partitions. I don't remember why. I think I copied it from I must have done a direct copy of the original drive. I think it might have, why did I change it? I don't remember, but it's too long ago. Copy bits over. As soon as I can, I'll put all that stuff on a NAS anyway. It's not a complete set by any stretch, but then that'll be done, and I can wipe the drive and do some magic with it. But because I know that everything's like mega old and out of date, and I've been doing some jiggery pokery, I'm going to check out about modern day patches and stuff for visual novels, because I used to be able to run Steins Gate through Wine Bottler on Mac. It was just Wine. It's just a way to make a Windows application, a clickable executable on Mac. Wine Bottler specifically. I think it was called Wine Bottler. And they have bottles on Linux now, and honestly, it is just like a more streamlined configuration tool for Wine. Wine being the Linux tool that allows you to run Windows binaries on Linux, right? So, yeah, I used to run Steins Gate. Just literally, you could just click it. Even in just Wine, you just clicked the executable and it would just run fine. So I'm wondering what we can do these days with stuff like Chaos Head. I'm gonna have a dig about and see what I can find, because man, that's been a long ass time since I played Chaos Head. I streamed it for one of the anniversaries. I don't remember which anniversary, but I streamed it for one of the anniversaries. yeah, I'm gonna have a little poke around, and we'll see. Ah, fun. See, disaster turns into a fun project. Oh, good. Things really have changed. I'm just really out of date. So, I've had a wee looky-loo on Wine HQ. The equivalent for Steam Deck would be Proton DB, but Proton DB is really only scraping Steam, but I don't know. Just pretend I'm talking the right words and you're hearing the right words and stuff. But this isn't, the original Chaos Head isn't on Steam. So I've gone to Wine HQ because I used to be able to run stuff like Steins Gate and stuff through Wine. And according to the old Doobie Wires, someone here has got Chaos Head running gold on Arch. And it says here, using Chaotic Head version 1.2 and where's is this? Is that what I just clicked? Oh, I just screwed it. Well, either way, they say that, and here we go. DI patch 2.5 plus Chaotic Head 1.22. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so the Chaotic Head here, fixing Chaos Head, is from GitHub by Nipcow's stuff. There you go, GG. And there is a version 1.3 installer, so you can install that. And it says to install it. I think it says you can install it over the patch. Well, doesn't matter. I also pulled down the this patch, depatch 2.5 from Reddit, and I've whapped them both together in a directory I have called Chaotic Head. And yeah, I've used Play on Linux. I've just gone the bitch way of running it on Wine because I really can't be asked. Probably just a double click like it was back in the day. But Play on Linux, hit you the button, and pray. Oh, hello. I saw her up. Now, do we get sound? You're angry about hearing because I haven't got any speakers, but come on. There's a... Oh! Hang on. Right, I'm going to stick a pair of headphones right on the mic. Yeah, I doubt that's working. Chaos Head has a beautiful clickety-clickety-clicky when that comes up, like a grinding, crunching sound. Oh, mate, sends chills down your spine when you hear it. Hang on. What was full screen? F? Hey! Now, I doubt it. Let's have a look. So probably load. No, nothing. Cock it. No, I don't want to close the game because I was a nugget. I can hear the sound, man. This is... Oh, yes! Come on, you can do it. And with these patches, you'll be able to run on Windows 10 with no jiggery-pokery, emulatory, tweaky system-y, whatever. It should just do the groove. Fucking fantastic, mate. So the folks who have sorted out those patches, good job, rocking. I know folks will say not strictly necessary now that Noah has come out, but give us the original as best you can. In fact, actually, on the Chaotic Head patches GitHub page, it says like strictly for kind of historical archiving. Here's some of the original executables and stuff. So, 'cause I think there is a patch in my Chaos Head directory, underwear patch. Not a fucking clue. It says not yet applied. I've never applied it, so I don't actually know what it does. But like there's like files for that or something, and Chaotic Head, the patcher, came up and was like, "Hey yo, you're missing certain files to get that mode to run," and I was like, "I don't give a fuck." So, but they've got on the GitHub page some of the older stuff. Now, I'm on Windows 10. Just booting into Windows 10. Oh, hang on, Visual Novels E, Chaotic Head. Do I want to run from here, or do I want to run from... my brain hurts. There we go, Chaotic Head. Okay, cool. Right, should we give a clickety-clicky and see if it explodes? Oh, that works, it works. On Belial. This is not the kind of game I want to play around my kids, to be fair. Can we... What's the full screen button again? F. Here we go. See, before, depending on how you used to play it back in the day, like, certain sounds of that didn't work. This screen, I reckon, if this screen is still in Noah, this is probably the bit they got to. They're like, whoa, fuck, no! Don't put it on Steam, they're already admitting it. Oh god, that still makes the old the sounds, you can't hear them. I know, still make the hair stand up, man. It's Oh, did we get the static when we just ran it on Wine Bottler, or was there a prefix I didn't have installed? Either way. Ah, yeah. Here you go. The videos weren't playing. So there must be something I haven't installed on Wine. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. They must have 16:9'd it, because it's obviously if it's on no, because not every VN that's come out on Steam is 16:9'd, but then Noah is a PlayStation 3 game, so should be 16:9, or at least with the fancy debris on the side. Oh, mate! I wonder if the Switch version I've got's available yet. Okay, can we, hang on. No, I don't want to close the game, God fucking damn it. I can't remember what the, oh, here we go. Skip mode. So A is for I. Right click, by the way. Right click brings up all your debris. Actually, can I just... Oh no, because I just hide it. Oh, why am I such a nug? Someone gets impaled right at the start, if I remember rightly. Every time I play this game, it reminds me of that line from Dead or Alive 2. Fucking, everything is my delusion. And this ties into Steins Gate, by the way. There's probably some really hardcore, like, fan site out there that will tell you all this, but there's, like, an article, or there was a magazine that had, like a poster article thing, and it was a short story. I don't remember the full details. A long time ago, as I've said a million times, right? And I'm an old man. There's a single section that mentions one of the characters from this meeting up with Okabe from Steins Gate, and that's how they tied together. This is part of the Science Adventure trilogy, although it's not really a trilogy anymore, because there was Chaos Head, Steins Gate, Robotics Notes, then it went to Chaos Child, Steins Gate Zero, those are like the main titles, and then Occultic 9? Is that the one? Is that one of the ones that comes next? Was Occultic 9 the one that basically made out that the Science Adventure trilogy was like a fourth wall break? Oh yeah, they're just fictional characters, or something like that. I was a bit like, oh, I don't like what you've done to my characters, man. Don't do that. The artwork in this is still absolutely beautiful. Oh, and characters from this are mentioned in Steins Gate. So, one of the guys looking for the IBM 5100 is the main character from Chaos. So, I think Daru mentions him if anyone's played or played Steins Gate or watched Steins Gate or whatever. Characters, my brain's going, something Knight? Something Knight, what the fuck is his name? Oh, Takumi Nishijo, what the fuck is his name? Not his name, his name online, his handle is an MMO character he plays. But that's the name everyone fucking knows him as. Either way, fantastic. Proper psyched. Oh mate, I don't have to have Windows 7 set up to play these things anymore. You guys are fucking legends, and well, because now me and Gabe are friends again, I guess I can play my Steam Deck some more. So, good job, guys. Good job. Fucking, it was just because Gabe's inbox was getting fucked. I know. I sent an email. Fuck. My brain's got loads of people sent fucking Gabe emails, even people who weren't interested in the game. Because I know fucking Vici sent one too. That's fucking beautiful. For everyone that sent an email, hopefully polite, and for everyone that signed petitions and stuff like that, thank you. This game has been a long time in the waiting, like over a decade if I remember rightly. So, it's about fucking time this game gets some love, and the old Science Adventure trilogy finally makes its way all the way to the west. So it seems stupid that we've got Chaos Head sequel, Chaos Child, but we never had Chaos Head. It's like, where the fuck is it? Anyway, I'm gonna dick around with this a bit more. I've probably already made a 50-year video, but so good. No, I had to look it up. That was doing my fucking head in. There you go. There's the character's online name, as mentioned in Steins Gate, and it says here, the name is incorrectly translated in the English as Nightheart, Lightning Fast Nightheart, which is what I was thinking. But my brain went to Lord Knight, who is a Melty Blood player, and Melty Blood being based on Tsukihime, so yeah, beautiful. There you go, sorted. So, at 6 PM, Chaos Head Noah released on Steam. Picked it up immediately by 6:01. It was in my account, ready to go. And the first thing I did was check to make sure that it would run on the Steam Deck. No reason why it wouldn't run on the Steam Deck, because every other game in the Science Adventure series runs on Steam Deck. So Steins Gate, Steins Gate Elite, Chaos Child, Robotics Notes, all those, all run. And I am super psyched to play through it. But I'm going to leave the intro to play through, and then I'll be back with you. For everyone that signed a petition or sent an email to the relevant people at Valve, Gabe or whoever, thank you. The first game of the Science Adventure series, now the last one to be released in English, it's here. It's ready to go. For those folks who aren't like myself, who have had a copy of the original game translated into English, this is now a great time. You know, the full series is here. No need to fiddle fuck ass around. It is there. Just pick it up. It's about $20, I think. You can get it in a double pack with Chaos Child, the sequel to Chaos Head, which we've had for eons, and you can dive right in. There's no real reason to start with Chaos Head, if I had to be completely honest with you. A lot of people seem to start with Steins Gate, but I would definitely maybe say play Chaos Head before you play Chaos Child. They all have loose ties to one another, so, you know, if you want to play Chaos Head Noah, go into Steins Gate Elite, and then go into Robotics Notes. Oh, that one. The one. I don't think it's Dash. Is it the other one or Dash? Robotics Notes or it's Dash? The one that isn't Dash, I think. I can't remember. But get in there and go. They are pretty solid games. I've never had the luxury of playing Noah, because the version of the game that I have played has been an English patch of the PC version, and I actually streamed that version today. It was pretty fun. Not a huge amount of it. I played all the way up until well, I won't say too much, but you get a visitor at your home. The main character's sister turns up, and that's as far as I went on stream, because as I ended the stream, the Noah release came out. I'm psyched. I'll take whatever I can get. I know that there are a lot of people out there who aren't particularly fond of Noah and the way it's been on Switch. It's been out in Japan on Switch for a wee while, from what I understand. There are a few people who aren't particularly happy with it. You know, the super hardcore out there, but realistically, take whatever you can get. Just play the damn games. Enjoy them. No footage, it's a visual novel. It's mostly text, there for you to read. The voices are only in Japanese. Just sit there, get absorbed in the story. The sound is phenomenal for a visual novel. And I've gotta say, man, launching Chaos Head, the original Chaos Head today, just hearing the sound effects, the opening music to the game made my hair stand up. I mean, I haven't got a lot, but like all of it was just like, I got chills down my spine, just like when I first played oh so many years ago. And it is so much easier to play the game now, and even easier now that we've got Noah on Steam. I've played
tons of AAA games, action games, and all sorts. Yet Chaos Head is the one that gets the reaction from me. A damned visual novel. Fantastic. Take a crack at it. Also, as a side note, for anyone that wants to play Steins Gate or whatever on the Steam Deck, if you're playing docked, you're going to have to combat a launcher to say you want to start the game. That's going to be a bit of a ball ache for you, because the screen will go black. So you might have a control pad in your hand or whatever. The way to interact with that launcher isn't just to blindly poke at the screen, although you can, because the touchscreen is still active. Press and hold the equivalent to the Steam button on your control pad. Like if it's an Xbox pad, you press the Xbox button. If you're on a PlayStation pad, press the PlayStation button. If you're on a Steam pad, you press the Steam button. If you're using the Steam Deck as the control pad, press the Steam button. And the right touchpad, or the right stick, will become a mouse. The actual mouse cursor will appear when you press and hold the equivalent of the Steam button, and that will allow you to then go over and click with the trigger to start the game. So Chaos Head Noah doesn't have a launcher, but just as you move on to other games, you might need to know that just to avoid a little bit of frustration, okay? So, rocking. Now, my day, other than that, has been pretty solid. Other than one downside. My several day-long file transfer seems to have finished. 1 point lots of terabytes have gone from one box to another. Joy of joys. I can finally get back to doing stuff. That took way longer than it should have done. Kind of like this video, really. It's a lot longer than it should be. And well, one unfortunate, we lost a little friend today. Our Benzel. Benzel is the name of the house mouse that we had in the kitchen. He or she has passed to an unfortunate accident. Kind of got underfoot in the bathroom. Little guy just used to live behind our sink. We're not one for killing the wee little ones. We just used to get them, catch them, and out you go, back with the rest of your clan. But poor little one didn't make it. So that was a sad one. Family absolutely devastated. Not supposed to keep the little one like a pet. It's not like we were feeding the little one. We were cleaning up after it. It was cute as fuck, but you know. So I think that is my day done. I think. I hope, because I am exhausted. I'm now looking on the deck screen. Robotics Notes, Steins Gate Elite, Robotics Notes Dash, Chaos Child, Chaos Head Noah, and I've got a couple of the other Steins side games. I cannot believe it has taken this long. Was it Chaos Head was 2008? It's taken this long to get that fucking game officially translated into English. The first of the series, the last to be released. Now what they're going to do with the Cultic 9. So, I hope you're well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. Happy Chaos Day. Just a little bonus extra for anyone that got this far. I guess now you've got an extra reason to pick up Phantom Breaker Omnia. Because now you'll realise that this wonderful lassie is in it. It's not all just about Kirisu, which is all I ever hear about when people talk about Omnia. Look, Kirisu's in it. Yeah, but what about old Remy, eh?